Howdy folks, you're watching the Main Man channel. How's everyone doing? Anyways, watching the Main Man channel is not just a name, it's a way of life. You got to improvise, adapt, and overcome just to make it in this cruel old world. About that. Improvising, adapting, and overcoming. We got to talk about that again. I am one of the world's most hard-headed sons of guns. Have to learn everything the hard way. I am always right. Your way is not better than mine. Sons of guns in the world. And I think a lot of guys are. We're proud. We're set in our ways. And to be truly humble and to actually learn and change your life and change the things you do and to help others, you have to be willing to learn. And you have to be willing to swallow your pride and accept some constructive criticism. Okay? It's just how it is. That's the way it is. So that being said, what we're going to talk about today, it might be uncomfortable for some people, and that's fine. But it is what it is. If James Yeager were running this video, he would call it dressing for the fight. If all these other tactical gurus were running the video, they probably call it dressing for the fight, dressing for whatever. I'm going to call it dressing for success in any situation. Now, that doesn't mean dressing for, the particular situation. Like if you got a business casual dress, you got to follow code. You got to follow. If you got a business dress code, you got to follow. It doesn't matter. These tips are going to be able to help out anybody. And these are tips that I've learned, some of them just recently even, over the long period of time. And I've had to learn them all the hard way, basically. And I did a lot of research on some of this stuff and everything. So, that being said, we're going to talk about my success, my trial and error with dressing for the situation. And I'm talking about my tips and what I've learned. And it's going to help. It's going to cater to big guys for sure. But it could help out guys and girls of any situation. Any body style. I think it can help out anybody. From teens all the way up until elderly seniors. And me, myself, I'm 38 years old. And not getting any younger. But let me tell you some of the things I learned about dressing. Okay. I know this is going to be a long, rambling video. It is what it is. But if you stay with me, or if you fast forward to the good parts, that's fine. But please make sure you're checking out the highlights of this video, because I think it can be helpful to anybody. So dressing for the situation. Dressing for the situation could mean dressing for any situation. Okay? You never know when you might get into a self-defense situation. Okay? In this day and age, you never know when you might get into a terrorist event. Somebody's doing some terrorist stuff. Active shooter. Mostly what we're going to run into is active shooters today. And we'll talk about that in a different video, but a little bit more about that in detail. But, somebody could try to mug you. So if you're a store owner, somebody could run into your store. Somebody could break into your house. Somebody could blah, blah, blah this, try to hijack your car, blah, 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 blah. Any situation. You never know what kind of situation you're going to run into. You could run into a couple of guys trying to have their way with somebody, and that could go either way these days. And you never know. Okay. So that being said, I like to try to be as prepared for the situation as I can. And what I found out, I've come up with a formula for me that works very well. I dress where I can do everything. What does that mean? Okay, no matter how I'm dressed, whether it's in a suit and tie, or it's my normal casual Rusty the Main Man dress with my printed t-shirts of various different things, and my denim jackets, whatever that is, I dress where I can do anything. Okay, what I mean by that is, I'm going to turn the camera down just a little bit more. All right, so what I have here is a Wrangler blue jean jacket that I bought at Vanity Fair in Crossville, Tennessee for $50. I bought this thing like 8 years ago. It is a little bit short on me because the reason it's short on me now, it's a 2X, and my belly and back has got a little bit bigger. I probably weigh 50 more pounds than when I bought it, sadly, but it is what it is. I've got this Ford shirt that comes from Walmart for $7.50. Okay, these pants, okay, I forget what brand they are, but they're the cheap Walmart pants. Okay, now this jacket still works, you know, for a casual jacket, and I can still maneuver. I can throw punches or whatever I need to do. You know, it's not hindering me. Hell, if I want to go outside and work out with my dumbbells, I can lift them over my head, no problem. Okay, not a problem. So that being said, I can do pretty much everything in this jacket. And then a t-shirt, you know, is not that restrictive. You've got all kinds of a range of movement. That's why I do that. But if you are going to dress in a business suit or whatever, you know, casual business tie or whatever, you would still want to be able to do all those things. Okay? Now, my pants here, I wear, depending on the brand, I wear a 40 or a 42 in pants. I know that's pretty big. But that being said, these are 46s. Why did I order 46s? And I actually only need a 30 in length. Really, but these are actually 32s. Why did I do that? Okay, so for one thing, your pants, if you got them a couple sizes bigger, that allows you to carry a variety of holsters and conceal your weapon well. So I just come to the realization here lately, you know, I'm tired of the tight, skinny jeans that restrict. And I want jeans that are comfortable. And I'm tired of jeans that cut into me, cut into my belly or whatever. And I'm tired of them when I squat down, they restrict me. So I said, well, I'm going to buy 2 sizes too big, and that'll be just fine. Now, there's a few caveats with that as well. When you buy 2 sizes too big, you might have to wear your belt so tight, especially if you're carrying, that your belt's cutting into you. What do you do with that situation? Okay? It took me forever to figure it out. I'm like, damn it, I got 2, they're comfortable. I can squat down in these jeans. I can do a full squat, do all kinds of work, whatever I need to do. No problem. Squat down real low, bend over, whatever. But I'm having to wear my belt so tight to hold everything up. They're still cutting into me. Okay? So my solution for that was suspenders. Oh, but you can't see no suspenders. Okay? there's another solution to that. If you don't want to look like Farmer John or a fireman or a lumberjack wearing suspenders, just wear them under your t-shirt, okay? So I've just got cheap Dickies work suspenders that hook in the middle, and then they hook in the front. Sorry about showing any skin, but right there they are, okay? And then they hook in the back. That allows me to wear my belt about 2 sizes, about 2 holes up from what I would have to keep my pants up, and it don't cut into me. I hook them to my belt. Okay, these hook to your belt. And I can do everything, whatever I need to do, and my pants ain't cutting into me. I'm comfortable. I can take off running, which I'm not going to because this yard is so wet right now. I bust my ass. I'm liable to bust my ass doing this next thing. And you can see I can squat way down and everything, get down real low, and whatever I need to do, bend over. But there's also something else important. To me, the pants ain't big enough unless I can do this. Let's do that again. One more time. Unless I can throw a head high round kick in case I ever needed to, the pants are not cool. If they're so tight they rip in the middle, they constrict you, they're pulling against you, those are not the right pants for you, in my opinion. Now, do they look baggy? Yeah. I look a little bit baggy, but I'm comfortable for any situation. I can do any kind of work, from outside to cutting trees, cutting firewood, digging ditches, digging holes, go do any factory work, any kind of construction work, carpentry work, anything that you can think of in this attire, I am comfortable. Now, if it's colder or something, of course you got to add layers. All right, for what you got to dress for whatever. But this is just a general basis of figuring out your clothes. All right, you should be able to do everything in your work dress, your dress, your Sunday best, whatever, in my opinion, that you can in anything. Now, I'm not saying go run your Sunday best clothes, okay? I'm not saying go to church on Sunday morning and then come home and do a whole bunch of yard work and get dirty. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you ever had to, okay? Why is that? Well, we never know when the SHTF situation is going to hit. You never know when a self-defense situation is going to hit, or any other kind of disaster, okay? And you'd be a lot more comfortable. Like, let's say you got stuck out in the woods somehow. You was on a small plane, it crashed, whatever. Somehow you're out in the middle of nowhere. If you're in a little bit better, more comfortable dress, you're going to be able to handle the stressful situations a lot better than you would be able to handle it if you weren't comfortably dressed. That being said, I've made a lot of snap decisions in my life, and some of them I regret, some of them I don't. But sometimes I didn't even realize that it might just be the way I'm dressed causing me to be more stressed out than I normally would in a situation that I made a wrong decision. So, let me give you an example. So I got my belt on so tight to hold my pants up. when I'm standing up and working or whatever. But I'm coming home from somewhere, it's cutting into me in the car. All right, there's really no place. I can't reach down and unbuckle my belt. There's really no place to stop real quick. And my driving gets a little bit more erratic. I might speed a little bit. I might get a speeding ticket or something like that. That's examples of what I'm talking about. Okay? The more comfortably dressed you are, the less stressed you are. We'll put that in the title of the video somehow, because that sounds good. More comfortably dressed, less stressed. Okay. So, that being said, my shoes. Okay. I basically live in between a cross of a country house and a small farm. It's basically a small farm, okay, for all intents and purposes. Even though there's not a lot of animals around, I don't have my ducks anymore or anything like that. But you know, I've got several pets. I got 3 dogs. I got some cats, and you know, I do grow a garden during the summer, in the spring and the summer. So it's kind of farmish. All right, it's kind of redneckish too. And you know, it's not the most beautiful yard. And it's going to get better though, because I've got more time to work on it now. And I've got more permission to do things now with it. But that being said, it is what it is. All right, but now let's talk about the shoes. This was the direction we're going to with it. So my shoes. Oh, sorry. All right. They're just basic $70 Walmart. Forget what brand they are. Slip-on boots, but they're an electrical safety hazard. They're steel toe, and they do just fine. Now, if you're in a situation where you're going to need a lot of ankle support every day, I wouldn't recommend these, because they don't grant that ankle support. Like, if you're going to be on a lot of rough, rugged terrain, and you know you're going to be there, you might turn an ankle or something. Now, bear in mind, if you're going to wear these, if you do get the situation where you're going to be in rough, rugged terrain, slip-on boots, just bear in mind they don't give out the best. They don't give the best ankle protection and ankle support. So bear that in mind, you know. So you can be a little bit more mindful of that. But to me, they're very comfortable. They're easy to go on, easy to go off. Don't get them so tight that you have to put a hammer in them and you have to put one of those things that are made for taking boots off, or a broomstick on them, hold the heel down while you pull your foot out of it, you know. But don't get them so loose that they're rubbing constantly and giving you blisters, stuff like that. You need that in between if you're going to do slip-on boots. And it does take a while to break them in, and you may actually get some blisters till you break them in. It is what it is. Nothing is comfortable. But anyway, now how am I carrying today? Well, I've got me a pocket knife, my left pocket. We're covering a lot of stuff with this video. I've got my extra mag in my left pocket. And I've also, in my right pocket, I've got my Sky CPX2 in a pocket holster. Now, I pulled it out like that just to show you the holster. This is one of those holsters from Walmart. It's a good one. Okay. It's not the Uncle Mike's one. It's actually real solid. Okay. Now I didn't pull it out tactically that time because I wanted to show y'all the type of holster it was. But Yep, you can pull it out tactically if the thing don't get too stuck. It's a little bit stuck down in there. Well, that's an issue. It was down in there too far, wedged. There we go. So I'm probably going to, it's real stiff, which I like about the trigger guard, but I'm probably going to have to loosen it up just a little bit and practice with it a little bit more to get it loose where it'll stay in my pocket when I draw like it should. If after I can go to my Uncle Mike's again, but I don't like the Uncle Mike's because it's just real soft around that trigger guard. But it is what it is. If I have to, I have to. But now something else. I usually lay whatever I'm carrying bedside. Okay, so I'm used to picking up the gun like this if I hear a noise during the night, and used to just popping that holster right off. You know. So that being said, that would work too. But I need to work on getting this holster a little bit more wore in. I mean, you don't know till you try things. Now, the other day, I drew this holster 73 times. And it stayed in my pocket every time. But today, it's not, you know. But I've been doing a lot of work and stuff this week, and I don't even think I've had it out of the holster. The last time I had it out of the holster was when I filmed the last video with it, which has been several days. But anyway, so basically dress to where you're comfortable to do anything, to do any activity. Okay? And then you'll be ready for any situation, which is a good thing. And the FedEx truck is just pulling up. I wonder what they're bringing me. But anyway, I'll go over there and check them out in a minute. So, long ass video, I know. Won't take a lot of data to load it too. But dress for any situation that you need to. Okay? Be prepared for anything. Be comfortable for anything. Okay? Because you never know when you're going to get into a situation that's bad or anything like that. Enough rambling on it. And don't be afraid to change. And there's ways of dressing and covering stuff up so people don't know that that you're wearing certain things, like the suspenders. If you don't want to wear your suspenders outside, you can wear them under your t-shirt. Now there's even a few caveats of that. Oh, it might pull my back hair or something like that. Get you a wife beater. Wear it over a wife beater. No problem. If it still does it, it's still doing it. Well, get you a short sleeve undershirt. Wear it under whatever your shirt is. No problems there. Have it tucked in. And those suspenders ain't going to touch your skin at all. So, just dress for whatever situation, and you'll be just fine. And I'm starting to see that in my years. If I have to wear my clothes a little bit bigger, if I have to go up in a bigger size and wear them a little bit baggy, look a little bit baggy, I don't care. If I'm comfortable and I can do what I need to do and I'm ready for anything, then I'm ready. Then I'm happy. Anyway, let's wrap it up. Thank you for watching the Main Man channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. You're watching the Main Man channel. It's not just a name, it's a way of life. You got to improvise, adapt, and overcome each and every day to make it in this cruel old world. I appreciate you folks watching. If you can, check out my Patreon page. If you can't, just keep liking, sharing, subscribing. Sharing is one of the best things to do. And to any social media platform, help us get our names out there. And Merry Christmas to y'all. Happy holidays, and I'll catch you next time.